Womenlines. Get ready to know the secrets of success from a successful entrepreneur. Today, we are going to India. First of all, I would love to share a quote. A person who works with their hands is a laborer. A person who works with their hands and brains is a craftsman. And a person who works with the hands, their brain, and with their heart is an artist. By Marco Pierre. Yes, friends, today we are going to meet an amazing entrepreneur who strongly believes in these words and is putting her heart and soul in nurturing those souls across the globe who want to grow the artist within them. Amrita Tiwary, founder of Creative Mind, an institute in Bangalore giving training in fine arts, dance, and music. Amrita is an entrepreneur, leader, mentor, consultant, and coach. She's running Creative Minds for the last 6 years. As of today's date, Creative Mind has been able to spread its wings overseas in California and Canada too. Take a note, friends. Creative Mind is affiliated to the esteemed University of Art and Culture, Prachin Kala Kendra, Chandigarh also. Welcome, Amrita, to Womenlines Show.
Thank you so much. And thank you for a wonderful introduction, Charu. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for giving us your time, Amrita. So yes, we are so excited. Please share about your business and about yourself as a person.
So about me, it's very simple. I come from a beautiful town, a cosmopolitan town called Jamshedpur, also known as Tatanagar.
Okay.
And born and brought up there, did my schooling and everything from there. And since childhood, I had a dream to do something of my own. So I was blessed with lovely parents who supported me in this. And I started my career in art after working for almost 11 years in corporate life. So yes.
Interesting.
So it was like I wanted to do something of my own. And I knew that if I have the passion and if I believe in that, then there's nothing that can stop. So that is one mantra that I follow, that if I believe, everything has to happen and it will happen. And with Creative Minds, that's what I'm trying to achieve. In last 6 years, we have achieved quite a bit. There's still a long way to go, no doubt about it. But yes, every day is a learning and every day is very interesting. Because the other mantra that I believe in is, if you have a passion for something and if you do something that you love, you can never get bored of it. And you will have that eagerness to learn more and more in that. And I think that's what Creative Minds gave me. And that's what I'm trying to do. So we started 6 years back in the year 2016 in October. We started pretty small. I'm really thankful to those parents who believed in me at that time. And they sent their kids to help them with the creativity that was hidden in them. And with that, slowly, we diversified into dance and music. And today we are, as you already mentioned, we are in California, we're in Canada. We have also spread the wings towards Germany and in Austria. So yes, we are moving forward step by step. And India's our platform, definitely.
So interesting. I want to know more about your work in the sense Creative Minds. You are saying you have spread out, you have reached California and Germany you are talking about. I'm still wondering because art is something which, to my understanding, is more in a group or one-to-one setting when somebody's teaching you with hands and telling you what mistakes you're doing. But I have heard lots of positive reviews about your work online. And can you highlight how you're doing that work online, how you're training people online?
So yes, I totally agree. It is very challenging to teach any art form, be it painting, be it dance, be it music, to do it virtually. But and this is something that requires hand holding. But the biggest thing that it requires is the connect between the learner and the mentor. I do not prefer using the term student because students learn only what is taught to them.
Correct.
Learners learn something that comes from within and they want to explore more. So in Creative Minds, we don't have students, we have learners. And
Beautiful.
A person becomes a learner only when there is a connect between the one who's guiding them between the one who's mentoring them and the person who wants to learn and wants to understand that why this is being taught. So, the biggest hand holding is not holding their hands for a particular mudra and telling them, okay, keep your hand here, or hold their hands and tell them, no, you got to hold the pencil like this. If you have that connect and if you can explain them, then nothing is virtual or nothing is in physical presence. Everything is in mind and heart. As you
Beautiful.
started with the sentence of Marco Pierre White, he is one of the greatest chefs ever in the world. He's a living legend. And he is one person whom I have been following. I have his
Okay.
books also. I read about him.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he's the most terrifying chef in the world, but he is the person who makes food and art. So if it is again, just like a chef creates the beauty in the food, because everything is eaten first visually. Same way, when a person is performing, a person is singing, a person is painting, it's all a visual presence. So if that can be achieved virtually, why can't learning be?
Beautiful. I love the term, like the way you have said that, yeah, how it is being taught. So, secret lies here, the way you are teaching and you are communicating with you're not saying students, right? Learners. So, learners are hearing you, listening you, and the secret lies the way you do that. That's something your speciality. To friends, those who are in other parts of the globe, if you are really a learner of art and you want to learn more, please do reach out to Amrita and we will share the website. Do reach out to her, email her. I'm sure she's going to help you in your art journey. So, yes, Amrita, I would love to talk about the entrepreneur within you. So, what are the three most important habits to be a successful entrepreneur you have learned throughout your journey?
Yes. Obviously, it's a very challenging journey.
Definitely.
It's a path which is, in fact, last evening I read a very wonderful quote. The road to success is always under construction. And to be a
I love it.
successful entrepreneur, you have to be prepared to walk on that under construction road. Because as you walk, it gets constructed. So
Correct.
of course, it is challenging. And the three things that I believe in to be a successful entrepreneur or to be an entrepreneur of your kind, okay, is first thing, you have to believe in yourself. No matter what the world says, no matter whosoever says, you got to believe in yourself that I can do it. Trust me, you will do it. Second thing that I believe in is that you need to have the passion for it. It should not be that, okay, I tried today and I get scared and I fail, so I will stop. No. Take the failure as a learning. Because a failure is something, it's actually not a failure. That's the biggest teacher of you for yourself. Because when you fail in something, you don't have to sit back and cry about it. When you fail in something, try and think which steps went wrong. What could have been done in order to avoid that? Because every time you do something new, it's not going to be a successful event.
Definitely.
Even if even in an upcoming new movie of Tom Cruise, he's jumping from a cliff which is like very high. I'm forgetting the height of that cliff. He took around 8 shots
Yes.
just to jump on that. So it's the only reason he could do that was because he believed. And first few times he failed, but he did not stop because he knew that what mistake he did in the first few times while he was jumping. So you got to have that belief. You got to not to be scared from the failures, but learn from those failures. So don't be scared of the failures. Be like, believe in yourself. And third, take the power in your hand, the control in your hand of what you want to achieve. This
Makes
is
sense.
something very,
Makes
because
sense.
if
Very
you give
powerful.
the power to somebody else, and when I say power, I don't mean power in a negative sense. I mean the power of controlling your work, power in how you're going to manage your entire routine, the disciplined life, the power of that. You should have that in you. Unless you get these three things prioritized in your life, it's difficult. And achieving these three is also difficult.
I know.
But once you've done this, no under construction road will stop you.
Beautiful share, Amrita. I'm sure any entrepreneur can relate, and all the newbie entrepreneurs, they should take inspiration that it's a road you're walking which is under construction. So you don't have to stop your journey, you have to keep learning and improve upon yourself. So, yes, I want to talk about the sales part because being an artist, it's a different journey. But being an entrepreneur and setting up a business aspect of any venture, it requires a different road altogether. So, can you share some one sales tip which has helped you a lot in growing it as a business for yourself?
So, a very simple thing, what we do in Creative Minds, and that has been our USP, is that we don't teach, as I said, we learn. Okay.
Okay.
And we don't just tell them that this is what you have to draw, or this is how you have to dance, or this is how you have to sing. See, there are a few basic techniques that you have to teach them. Even when we were in kindergarten, in nursery, we were taught ABCD. But are we told today that what exactly you have to write in an essay or in a composition?
No.
No, we write it in our own way. Our teachers taught us the basic alphabets, basic words and sentences and framing of those. But beyond that, the people who have become literates, the people who have become philosophers or scholars are doing it, are preparing their sentences and everything on their own.
Correct.
They have their own touch in it. There's one thing I learned from my guru, and I owe this to her. And I always tell the same thing to my learners also. And all the teachers in our Creative Minds follow the same rule, is that we teach them the techniques, we teach them the basics, but we then tell them, now bring in your touch in it. You don't have to replicate my painting. You have to replicate the technique. But it should, when I see that painting, I should say that, yes, this is Charu's style. Done with the techniques learned from Amrita, but this is Charu's work. It should be that.
Beautiful.
So when a dancer, a Kathak student is dancing, our teacher, Dipali ma'am, should be proud of saying that, yes, she's my learner, but she has her own way of
Doing it,
performing it.
performing.
That brings the elegance in it. That brings the beauty of any art. So we don't just go like, like a bookworm, like, okay, this is a Pythagoras theorem, you got to learn it, memorize it. But you need to know why you need to know.
Correct.
What is the importance of the colors? Why this color can be used and why that cannot be used. And why that cannot be used, you figure it out. I will tell you that,
Correct.
it doesn't go well, it doesn't look pleasant to the eyes, or in this particular form, it looks not correct. But it may not look correct to my eyes. It may look correct to your eyes. Because art form is not history, it's not maths, it's not geography. It's something that everybody has their own view, everybody has their own understanding.
Very true.
So this is what we try to do, and this is what our USP is.
So it's a value proposition you're talking about. And any business can grow well if that value and the intention of giving that service is very clear to the person. Wonderful. I think it makes lots of sense as an entrepreneur because, yeah, if people believe in the value what you're giving and they get that comfort level with you, I'm sure they're going to talk about you further. So I can understand it must have grown a lot through word of mouth initially, and then it would have taken the next level what you have aimed for it. Beautiful. So let's talk about some challenges you have faced in your business and how you have faced it.
So see, challenges, obviously, initially it was people thought that, okay, it is just a hobby. It's just something that I want to do. But once you start learning it, you start understanding that this is something that can be taken as a career also.
Mm-hmm.
So nowadays, things towards, or I would say the vision of people towards art forms have changed. I'm really grateful to all these international schools who are making these as important subjects instead of just as an additional subject, So now people are taking it as an advantage to understand the hidden talent in them. So in Creative Minds, we teach right from 4 years to 70 plus years. We don't have
Wow,
any
that's
age.
quite an age.
Yes. Yes. So the reason I mentioned this age range is because this is something that can be done at any time. It depends on how you want to pursue it. It
Correct.
totally is the wish and desire of the learner. But yes, the most important thing is it helps you in focusing, it helps you in understanding. So if I have to come to the challenge initially was to spread the word that why it is needed, what difference it will create in a person's life when you start with this activity of art form, which is not considered as one of the main streamline curriculum activities. But once people started seeing that, it became easy. Then the biggest challenge we face, thanks to the great COVID that came and
Yeah,
shut
two
the
years
entire
must be
world,
tough.
absolutely. But I really take proud in saying that in India on 24th of March 2020, 8 p.m., lockdown was announced. And 26th March 2020, 11 a.m., we went online immediately.
Wow,
Because,
that was fast.
yes, that was fast, yes. It did take us around 24 hours to figure out how the things will happen and how we are going to
Do that.
make the students understand. Because, as I mentioned, we have 4 years old kids also who are our learners. To make them sit in
Sit.
front of a camera, in front of a screen, they don't sit in front of you for more than 2 minutes,
Correct.
right?
Very true.
So then we tried to work out few things that why just learn and why just draw, dance, and sing? Why not make classes a little more fun? Talk to them. And while talking, teach them.
Beautiful.
So we figured out a lot of things, and I'm really grateful to all the parents of all my learners because they supported me. They supported all the teachers. They kind of gave us ideas that, what they are doing in their office to understand. We tried to do all this trial and error first two
Okay,
months, and then we just kept on moving smoothly.
great.
So,
Yep.
and then there was one more challenge after unlock happened. So now we are moving to hybrid mode
Okay,
because people have got used to sitting at home. Even I
correct.
have got
They
used
can
to sitting
save
at
time in
home and
traveling
working.
and other stuff,
Yes.
definitely.
But then we are working out on a hybrid mode. We are trying to see that when we can meet people in person. And to utilize that, we are trying to organize workshops so that when we are meeting them physically, they are learning something different than what they are not learning in regular classes. So
Beautiful.
we are trying to marry the physical and online together.
Together. Wonderful. So now I would love to know about what makes your company stand out from all other institutes which are there in your niche? And who is the ideal, I will say, the learner, because you emphasize on the word learner, who is the ideal learner for your institute?
It's a very, if I answer this question, all my learners will kill me.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hear that, please.
So the thing that makes us stand out is one of the USPs that I told you.
Yeah,
The second thing is the dedication, not only in the teachers, not only in the learners, but also the parents,
okay,
because yes, because these parents want their kids to move ahead. And when their kids are doing something, even in the school or in their free time, it is shared with us. And they really, the way, because for us, the biggest award is when a parent or a student says that, okay, I did this and it was
correct.
recognized. And then they, tell us that, okay, it's because of you or because of Creative Minds. That is what makes us really, really proud and makes us very happy. So, a smile becomes like big.
I can understand, must be
And
so happy moment.
outstanding learner, I think I can name many, but I don't know if I should name
Not
any.
outstanding. I just want to repeat. Who is the ideal learner? Like who
Ideal learner,
ideal
okay.
learner? Who can be the ideal learner? Who can register with you? Because we are talking about the both forms here, hybrid. So you can share about what type of art forms or the dance forms you are having, and what other things are there people can look forward
So,
at Creative Minds?
so ideal learner, I mean, then I'll name it probably in each age group one by one.
Sure.
So absolutely in the kids, there's a student named Gitanshi, then there's one student called Arya Dev. These two learners, they're just 4+ years. And like Arya's around, I think, 5, Gitanshi is also 5+. So these learners are doing wonders at this age. So, I mean, if you visit my profile, you will find their pictures doing work on their own. And they're explaining to others that, this is how you have to do it. And you can understand when the kids explain how cute it is.
I know.
Then, if I have to move further to the age which is above 10 and goes up to, say, around 20, there's one student who really gets me, really connects in literally the way I want it to be spoken is Bhavya Dosi. He is also the employee of Creative Minds. He's not only a learner of Creative Minds, but he's also an employee of Creative
Wow.
Minds. So he heads my digital team.
Okay,
So,
good to know that. I want to highlight
yes,
one thing. Other way, I also want to know. It's good to know those names because they must be really some accomplished learners. You have named them. Who can you share about what form of art? What are the type of classes you are having at the institute, so that those who want to register with you, they can look out for your website and they can
right,
register with you. So you want to talk about the various forms of art, whether it is dance or
right,
it is art. You want to highlight those points also.
absolutely. So when it comes to dance, we are teaching Kathak. We are teaching creative classical dance, which is a fusion of 3 classical dance of India.
Okay.
And so it's more like a semi-classical in a creative way. Then we have Bharatnatyam and we have Kuchipudi. These 4 dance
Oh,
forms. Yes. And
that's
we have different
amazing.
teachers for this. We have experts, gurus for this. Then when it comes to music, we have Hindustani classical, we have Carnatic vocal.
Okay.
And when it comes to fine arts, rather I should use the word painting, because in painting we have fine arts and folk art.
Okay.
So folk art, we try to teach, of course, India is blessed with more than 50 folk arts, which I have spoken about it
Oh,
in one of my podcasts also.
I never knew. I
Because,
thought, yeah, know few, but 50 is a number.
yes, India is the only country. I think maximum other countries have is maybe 15 plus or 18 plus. India is the only country which has got 52 forms of folk art. So it becomes a complete different genre that we teach. Then we have fine arts, we have digital art classes in which we are teaching this because now the digital has come up. A lot of things are happening, even though everything is available on YouTube and everything. But there are a few technicalities, as I said, which you need to really learn and understand. Otherwise, you get stuck after a certain level.
Correct.
So in fine arts, we teach like what you can name any medium is what we teach, and we have levels in which we teach. It's not that we
Okay.
are teaching everything. We have
Okay.
levels in which we teach. So there are few courses that we follow.
Okay.
There's one course which is followed as per the syllabus of the university. Then there is one course which is bespoke as per the requirement of the learner. So in that, we just focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then digital has separate. We also help students to prepare for their portfolios when they are applying in universities for their
Mm-hmm.
further education in art. So we do a complete 1.5 year course with them just for the preparation of the portfolio. And
Okay.
yeah, these are
Great
the
to
few
know.
things
Lots of
that we teach.
variety. I'm sure things must be mentioned on the website also. So friends, do check
Absolutely.
out the website of Creative Minds and see what interests you and register with them for your classes. So yes, I want to know now, Amrita, what is the most significant aha moment so far for you in your life?
One of the moment which was really an aha moment was when first time the information about Creative Minds was published in a newspaper called Deccan Herald and Times of India in India. It was really amazing because that put us on the map of India. Not only in the map of Bangalore, but that put us in the map of India.
Wonderful.
And our learners' artworks were published in that, and we had people then coming to us and trying to know that what we are and who we are and how we work. So that
Oh,
was like one of the first moments that we had. Then
beautiful.
it was like really amazing because we could see that yes, now we are there.
Yeah,
Then
must be immense happy moment for the whole team and for yourself. I can understand.
absolutely yes,
We'll love to get the last question, a message for Womenlines audience from you.
women entrepreneurs. Don't listen to anything that anybody says because women is the one who has many roles to play, and she's the only one who can play all the roles
All right.
because we are the one who leads everything.
Amazing. So, friends, believe in yourself and do learn from Amrita. Do register with them for your art classes. And she can teach virtually, she can teach in Bangalore. So, share with your network also. And all the best, Amrita, for your art journey. And thanks for sharing your experience and thanks for giving time to us. Take care.
Thank you so much. It was an honor to be here.
Thank you.